going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of FloorSeats, episode 20, right?
Yep,
20?
20.
Damn, man. Going strong.
20. That's not
Excuse me.
20. Whoa.
Speaking of venti, I had a coffee. And it wasn't Starbucks. Fuck them niggas. I go by the name of Tax. Of course, I got my man Zam with the Zam Clean Zanza.
Yo. What it do, y'all? What it do, y'all? Your
How's your
boy's
week?
back. Your boy's back.
How's your week been?
Chilling. Had a pretty good weekend. Went out yesterday. Saw some peeps in Fenway. By Sojuba. It's like pretty much the one restaurant that has enough square feet in the restaurant to space out people. And still at least you can at least enjoy yourself and have a good time. So I was out there last night, for a late friend's birthday party. A couple drinks, some good food. It's been a while, so it was nice, man. It was nice doing normal things that normal people do.
I think I was out in Fenway like Wednesday at like Wahlburgers. And they were out. They were out.
They were out of Wahlburgers?
No, I'm talking about like they were out.
They were out.
They were out. And I'm like, all right, they forcing it. It's a Wednesday night. I'm like, it's a Wednesday night in the pandemic, and they really out there. I'm like, y'all forcing it.
No. Pandemic, new rules, man. I think you don't realize. I think the old rules of that we used to abide by
don't change, man.
It's gone. No, I think it's gone. Thursday, people is just like, who cares? I'm drinking whatever. Like people drinking whatever they want now. Like it's not.
No, it was Tuesday. Let me correct myself. It was Tuesday.
Nah, people don't care anymore. I think people are changing the rules. We need to be ready.
You know what it is? I think the thirst, the pandemic has put the thirst at an all-time high, man.
That's a real fact. I can personally, attest to this. In just like, all right, man, like going to the gym right now and like having like everyone wear a mask or whatnot. I could grab. I don't think I got it by me. I don't have it. I have like a baklava. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Baklava.
Yeah.
It sounds like the same thing that like you eat, like the really sweet like Greek dessert. It's basically what goes over. It's like just a piece of fabric, elastic, goes over like your face.
Yeah.
And it just drapes down like from basically from the lower half of your face, like, nose down. Yeah. And it just, just goes over. So like I'll be at the gym rocking that. Everybody's rocking N95s or whatever. Dog, like just the amount of eye contact you'll get from somebody, even though you can't see half their face, or just like people just looking at you, just working out, is at an all-time high.
Bro, because you know what it is? When you can see somebody's like, it's so different.
Even we've seen only people's eyes, all eyes.
Yeah, because you know what it is? It's a mental thing. Like it's a lot of it's curiosity. You'll see a chick, and she may not be that cute, but then because like only her eyes are showing, you be like, damn, she got some nice eyes. She might look good as shit with that mask off. You know what I mean?
And then that's when you start gambling, huh? Are you a gambling man? Are you a betting man? Are you a betting man?
Nah, I'm not. I'm good.
Oh man, I don't know if these times are for you, man. That's then we getting into dating. Nah. I don't know how people could just
I'm not gambling when it comes to that.
Yo, the online dating, and bro, I dipped my toe in immediately receded I pulled it out. I yanked my toe out. Yanked it out.
Man, it's trash right now. Like right now, you got to actually meet people in person. And it sounds crazy because of the pandemic, but the people that are out there like actively looking for people are the people that like you're gonna have better chances with. Anybody holed up in their crib from the comfort of their own home on like dating apps, like just waste your time, bro. You're just gonna be a pen pal.
Yep.
We ain't got
Straight
time
up,
for that, bro.
I've seen it. People's bios literally just like, I'm like, they're essentially asking for a pen pal, and I haven't had a pen pal since 3rd grade. And shoot, my pen pal never wrote me back. Wrote a pen pal someone in a project for another country. I can't remember where. Norway. Wrote his bomb ass letter. Never got that shit back. Never got it returned back. So you already know I ain't for pen pals.
I don't
I
think
ain't
I've
for
ever
pen
had a
pals.
pen pal. I'll keep it a beam. Like,
I already have a bad relationship with pen pals at the age of fucking 8. So we ain't doing that.
I'm not being a pen pal with somebody that I could like see them like
Down
within
the
30
street.
minutes. Yeah, like you
Immediately
practically
30
down the
minutes.
street, like you forcing it, like you can't just put on a mask and come out to your old head ass. Like, nah, I'm good.
Real rap. Real rap. What you get on that damn house acting like sending these letters sending letters by carrier pigeons. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I ain't got time for a pen pal. Keep it a beam.
Real rap, yo, but you know, shit. Like, I'm telling you, man, it's just weird. It's like, honestly, it feels like a lot of things are, at least in mass, like Boston, a lot, like slowly we're getting back to regular way of life, but it's just different. You know, like I saw quite a few I saw heads out like when I was at Sojuba last night, but you know, but again, everybody was spaced out. People had masks and whatnot. Not a big deal. But at the same time, there was a lot of people. They almost were like, it looked like a full house. You know,
Yeah,
end of the day, you can't really keep people from going out and socializing.
yeah, exactly.
I think that's what is the point. And I mean, I don't want to chop it up to just socializing. You can't keep people from being people.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want to destroy like the social aspect of like humans. You know what I mean? Like humans,
Of
you
human
know,
life.
social interaction is a huge part of why humans have survived as long as we have. So they can't even. It's in our nature, bruh.
It's literally how we live, bro. Like, the fuck. Imagine if humans did not interact. Like the dude that caveman who learned fire and just was like mad antisocial. Can you imagine, nigga, that the caveman that like figured out fire was antisocial? He's like, dang, I should share this with everybody else. And they thought about socializing. They're an introvert. They're like, on second thought, maybe I'll
Yeah, he over here getting
second thought,
social
I'll
anxiety.
just keep it to I'll just chill at the crib. Can you imagine if the first caveman was an introvert? Nigga, we wouldn't have fire. They would have just been like, hey, the caveman or like they would have just told, maybe they had that caveman would have told the cave woman, like they might have told their girl if they had a girl, maybe about fire. But like, dog, if they're an introvert, forget it. Moral of the story:
Stop being a bitch.
socializing.
I know. That's the moral of the story. Stop being a little bitch. And get out and talk to people.
Facts.
Nobody's
Did
doing
that
pen
a couple
pal.
months ago, and he wasn't killing anybody then. And shoot, shit, people were doing it since the dawn of time. Don't let's not get it twisted. But you know what is kind of twisted though. Spotify out here. I think Spotify has been in our topics as of late over the past last episode because of Joe Budden. But yo, Spotify ain't looking too good for them, man. Like, first off, they recently lost because of everybody. Well, I don't say everybody, but we talked about it before about Joe Rogan and his podcast going on to Spotify, and he's moving all his content from YouTube. But as of late, people have noticed that on his Spotify, his backlog, a lot of conversations and episodes he had looks like they were just left out. And it's a lot. It's like that was just left out in just altogether. One person in particular, Michaela, I keep mixing up her name. Michaela Peterson, Jordan Peterson's daughter. Like
Yeah.
she went on like Twitter, she went on Twitter and just like brought that out. It was just like, yo, why is my episode on Joe Rogan on the JRE experience? JRE is just not on Spotify.
Yeah.
And it cost Spotify $4.8 billion. in losses because their stocks tanked at the news of that. Like, I think their stock dropped like 8%, which is for Spotify. Comes out a lot. Doesn't sound like a lot, but if you know stocks and you do stocks,
oh no, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's way more than what they paid him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they lost more. They lost out more on what the deal was because they left out content. People don't know why. They never really said why. It was just left out.
You know what it is though? Like, I don't think it's. Some people were saying it's because you know, Joe Rogan, like a part of his deal, he would keep like the top 100 episodes or his top 100 episodes like on YouTube exclusively for a bit of time and then go on Spotify. But that doesn't make sense.
Mm-mm.
Like, why couldn't you have them live in both? You know what I mean? But I honestly feel like the consensus probably is, you know, like Spotify taking like a political stand where it's just like, because a lot of those episodes are more, I think it's like right leaning episodes, I think.
I think they were like heavy right. I guess they were like heavy right wing.
Yeah, because Alex Jones was another person on there, and I think Alex Jones is our InfoWars guy.
Oh man, Alex Jones is he's entertainment. I don't want to loosely just say that in terms of just like write him off, but I think he's an entertaining guy. I think he's an interesting, entertaining individual.
Yeah,
I'll put it that way.
And the thing is, though, I've said it so many times, like, yo, like,
regardless of what he talks about or what he believes, I think he's just a funny guy. Like, if he was just in a room, I'm just like, dude, I would just look at him. I'm just like, this, you see this dude? This
bro,
like his energy and how
he's hilarious, moves. Man. Like,
yeah,
bro, like, my man's mad quotable.
Dumb quotable. Do we? I don't want to pull this crazy tangent. I remember that he was just like, remember that is the back when that one video clip that was just circulating the internet, and he was just like, "You're done," and he was just like, crossing the street.
Yeah.
What is that? I'm about to. Nah, you go ahead.
I know they have mad comps of my man like on YouTube and stuff, like snapping, but
yeah.
Nah, but like this is what I was saying before. I think I said it in like a prior episode where like, yo, corporations need to stop taking a side on politics. Because the truth of it all, and like I may be a bit wrong in this, but for the most part, like most of the money comes from more of the conservatives. Like a lot more conservatives have money than like, you know, liberals per se. And you know, a lot of people of both sides listen to, you know, Joe Rogan, but the side of the spectrum that has more of the money is gonna, you know, is going to prove their point with their money. You know what I mean? Like if you're taking all these like heavy right episodes out, then you're gonna upset the right, and then you're gonna make yourself look like you're liberal and all this stuff like that. And then these, you know, conservative people are like, all right, well, fuck it, just pulling my money out. Like, just stay neutral. That's all you gotta do. Stay neutral. Because at the end of the day, it's like, bro, like I said, you're a tax ID. Spotify is a fucking tax ID. Like, like you don't live and breathe and nothing like that. You're just a tax ID. Keep it that way. The people in your company are free to have whatever political agenda they'd like, but like,
damn, just a number sounds a lot like a slave if you ask me. If you're just known by a number, but don't mind me. Go on.
No, like, well, freaking Spotify is not a person. Spotify is a company. So I'm like, just like a lot of times it's like, yo, just do what we ask of you to do. Like, we just want you to be like, I don't go to Spotify for political advice or for them to lean in favor of my political agenda. I go to Spotify to listen to Joe Budden's podcast. And then on occasion I'll stream music. And when Joe Budden leaves Spotify, so am I. So like they're, Yo, keep politics out of stuff. Like, bro, like if it's really because like of Spotify trying to censor or something like that, or picking a political side, then like, yo, stop being like, stay out of that shit, bro. You're gonna end up on the wrong end of history doing that stuff. Like one way or another, you're gonna end up on the wrong end of history.
Right. And so it's crazy because I mean this, and then because this reminds me of where we talked about last episode about the NBA. And actually I took some time to think about it, and I amended my stance. I changed it up a little bit because I was thinking about what you said. And I changed my stance a little bit. I still do think they should use their platform to just to like protest the things that they care about, but it's just in a different way. And in the end, I was thinking like, yeah, maybe they should play, but okay, that's something else though. Keeping it to Spotify and Joe Rogan, the JRE experience, absolutely. Like your whole business model, you're a music streaming site, you're a music streaming platform that also is getting it, who's going above and beyond to become also a podcast streaming platform.
Yeah.
What are you doing, like keeping right wing, if they're right wing or whatever, like episodes that people want, that your subscribers, that your consumers want, off your platform? That's not what they paid for. Like exactly. They didn't pay for you to force your political agenda on them. I think it's all for, like, listen, I'm all for, like, trying to change people's minds or coming about a certain way, but like when you go at it like that, like when you go at it that way, like you just keep them off for whatever reason, like you're just denying people, you're making the choice for people. Like nobody wants choices made for them.
Exactly.
That's what it is. People want the right to choose. That's the whole point. That's the whole point of America. People want to be able to choose. Fact is, like, someone who could be super, even to say, because the episodes are right wing, right? If someone else super left, I was super left, me as a person, like, and like I would just feel a type of way, because it's just like, yo, even though I don't agree with that person, maybe I want to listen to it because I just like the JRE episodes to begin with, and I just want to listen to Joe Rogan, just talk to guests. Like, me as an individual, it's because I have differences with someone doesn't mean I want to not, like, I'm just like, I don't want to listen to them or things like that. I don't know what Spotify's stance is on why they did it, but overall, I think people just want to be able to choose.
Yeah, and I think what we're dealing with right now is a lot of censorship of, the right and the conservative ideals and stuff like that. When it's like, to your point, it's like, our nation isn't like a dictatorship or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's not controlled by one party. Like, it's two different parties. It's two different opinions. Well, I mean, there's the independent party too, but I mean, like, there's two main parties, and like
two-party system.
Yeah, and anybody, like,
bipartisanship.
I feel like the best way to have an informed opinion, especially with this election, is to hear both sides. Like, I don't think you're getting, proper information or making an informed decision if you're only listening to one side. So I definitely, if it is Spotify, like, censoring it a bit, like, I think it's corny because, like, you have the Michelle Obama podcast, you have Bill Clinton's podcast,
He's coming out with a podcast. Yes. I don't know if you even mentioned that. That was something that was like, Bill Clinton is coming out with a podcast, man.
Man, Bill. And the thing is, neither one of these are going to get censored. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
it's like, no, that's what's so crazy. It's like, if it if it's not about being political, right? Let's say it's not about being political. Like, you have a former first lady who already has a podcast on your platform. You're gonna have a former POTUS on who's gonna be having a podcast on your platform, and then and also it shows that those two individuals, and both those, they were leaning on different the parties. Well, I guess no, I guess they were both Democrat.
Bro,
Doesn't
like,
matter.
here's the thing though, right? Like, it's different from Joe Rogan, where like they may talk politics, but he's not a political podcast. Whereas,
Exactly.
like, you can't expect politicians to not talk about politics. Like, even though Michelle Obama is like, like the first lady when Obama was president, that doesn't mean that she's not a politician. Like, you're a politician by association. Like, when you're and like you're influential because of that. So when you're out here saying things like, you know, political and stuff like that, like, you're influencing people.
Like,
So
why else would they give her a deal? Not to say she's not an amazing person. I mean, like, come on, like, the culture. We all like Michelle. I mean, yeah, the culture we love. We all like Michelle. We love Michelle Obama. Like, black people as a whole, we all love Michelle Obama. But like, think about that statement. Black people, we love Michelle
but what
Obama.
is she known for? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And like, it's not coincidence that she's getting a podcast, especially around election time. Like, black people love Michelle, like you said. Black people can be influenced by Michelle's
Black
thoughts and like
women love
ideas.
Michelle Obama.
Exactly.
I can attest to that. And I'm not saying like I like Michelle too, but I also got to be like, why is she now being put in front of, like, advertised or broadcasted in front of me in my space? I also got to think of that as well. Not like it's a negative thing. It's just a thought you kind of need to have to kind of, like, when you, I don't know if my mic is my mic messing up? No, it's, yeah.
You're good.
All right. Yeah, I think it's just like it's a quality to recognize. You need to be able to recognize that as well. There we go. That's the word, recognize.
Yeah, and my thing is like, people on the right are, also coming out with podcasts and stuff like that too, but they're not making the news. They're not getting, the publicity, because like the agenda, I feel like, is really to push people towards the left. And I mean, like, I don't think, like, regardless of what party you identify with, I think it should be fair to, like, have people's opinion be free. You know what I mean? It's not like, as long as they're not like being treasonous or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Sorry, I didn't mean to. It was the Alex Jones clip. I just had to. I know you know this clip. I can just share it because it's not like it's copyright shit. So hold up. Sorry for y'all who's listening on Anchor and Spotify. No, you'll be able to hear it too, but you just gotta like Alex Jones walk. It just gets me. But let me get this up real quick. Right, let me get this. Yeah, it was Coward. You remember the Coward? He's a coward. Is that what?
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm having my whole field day out here with this. Man, it was like coward. He was just like, I'm coming. Yo, who? Shit, bro. Hold up.
Well, we can say that for later, but
now you keep going. I'm pulling it up, but
so while we're on podcasts and stuff, we can talk about Kanye being on Cannon's class real quick. Both parts of the interview came out, man, and my man had some good points, yo. Like, one thing he said, which I resonated with a lot, he's like, yo, if I'm spending $100 million on a house, I don't want neighbors. I was like, yo, facts, because like, when you spend that kind of money, you don't know what you could be doing for like a community and stuff like that. Oh, you about to play this clip?
Yeah.
I can't hear the audio, but
oh, you can't hear the volume?
Nah.
Oh. Yeah, he's like, you remember? He's like, you're an intellectual dumbass, and I'm coming. Like,
and I'm coming.
And I'm coming. He's a coward. Hold on. I'll try it one more time. Boy out here straight.
I don't know if you can share the audio. Can you? Will you do screen share?
Yeah, I just screen share, but it's weird the audio didn't share because it should have shared before.
Zoom, you have to click the box that says share computer sound.
Wow. Yep. Okay. Got it. I thought that was like
dumbass, and I'm coming.
Come on over here.
Come on, coward. Coward! I know that I want to punch you in the nose. I'll beat your goddamn ass, you son of a bitch. You're an intellectual dumbass, and I'm coming. You coward! Hate you, coward! We're gonna defeat this anti-human scum. We're gonna wreck their world.
Bro.
Duke is lit.
Oh man, my camera bugged out even from how hilarious that was.
Mad
Bro,
quotables.
like how you gonna tell me that's not entertainment?
Exactly.
How are you gonna tell me that's not entertainment? I don't care where you stand. That was funny, coward. He was just.
All right, let's refocus.
I'm sorry, Alex Jones.
Back to the Kanye thing on Cannon's class.
Yep.
So, what I was saying is like, yo, if you spend $100 million on a place, bro, just to be in LA near people, like you're stupid. Like you could be establishing whole
hella facts
towns and stuff like that, and that's what Kanye is doing in Wyoming. He's just like, yo. You know, I'm trying to build different houses and stuff. We're doing agriculture and stuff like that. And that's something I really admire about Kanye. And then even like what he was saying, like with the Yeezy stuff, he's like, yo, I got a plant here in Wyoming. I got one in, I think he said Atlanta or like in Georgia. And he's like, yo, he's like, I'm creating jobs too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he did say that like, hey, he might not win this election, but like 2024, he's like, yo, I'm going for it again. I'm gonna win.
Yo, right? Because like that's was like let's unpack this a little bit more for those who don't know.
Yeah, I jumped around a bit. My bad, but.
Oh no, I'm with it. I'm for it. I'm about that energy, yo. I was really big on the Cannon class, the podcast. So for starters, it was divided into 2 parts. And they were like released like a week apart, I think.
Yeah.
But regardless, like I think one thing to kind of point out was the fact that both Nick Cannon and Kanye have been dragged through the mud in the news as of late, recently. For those you don't know, for those most people, I think if you see any type of media, mainstream media, you'll know. And so for both of them to come out with the especially Nick Cannon come out with a podcast episode, Cannon's class with both of them, I had to click. You feel me? Like Kanye on Cannon class, Cannon's back, especially after all that Viacom business. So I already know shit was gonna pop off. Like shit was gonna be good. I was like, we're in for something. And I think the first things off rip that I liked was the podcast went. I think it went. I feel like I can say it did not go according to what people probably thought it would go, or it didn't line up to people's like how I would say majority of people see Kanye, like how the media portrays him as like, someone's unstable with a mental condition and everything like that. But no, my man was well spoken. My man was relaxed. My man was poised. My man was Kanye, so he kept talking. I mean, couldn't stop talking. But my man was like, you know what I'm talking about? Like he did not look like any way like the Kanye that we see in the media.
Yeah, and I think that's important, like that we own our own platforms because, like, bro, like, they're gonna twist whatever we say to make us sound however they want us to sound.
Yep.
Where Kanye, you know what I mean, like sitting down with Nick Cannon, like there's no agenda to make him look crazy or anything like that. So, and what I appreciated is just getting an idea of how Kanye thinks. Like one thing that also sat well with me was like he was like, yo, like what we do sometimes, we'll do this game where we'll get these pocket dictionaries and we'll go through and look at all these words that we think are positive and like highlight them and then look at the definition. And he was saying like, yo, like the word help, right, is one of the definitions of helping is to do nothing. You know what I mean? It's something that like we didn't like really register. And he's like, yo, man, that's how it is sometimes. We're like, you know, you go into these offices looking for deals and stuff like that. And they're like, well, how can I help you? And it's like, all right, well, you're not helping. Well, you are doing your way of helping by doing nothing.
By doing nothing. Right? No, it's crazy. Like Kanye always has a way of looking at things in a Kanye way or like his own way. And then I think it's sometimes you do gotta take a second to kind of unpack what he's trying to say, because it's just like sometimes you're like, damn, that was like Kanye say something real, like really he'll say something intelligent or deep, but then like most of the time though, when he even does say anything along those levels, at first you're like, what the fuck you talking about, Kanye? Like that's like that just gets that always, that's what feel like it hits me first.
Yeah.
But then when you sit down for a second and kind of unpack it, because I was thinking like help, and I was thinking like help really in the dictionary has a definition for like doing nothing, and I was just like, that's not, you would never think of that. Like help would have that definition,
but
or that you would break down help in that way.
To that point, though, it did hit me the next day because I was talking, you know, to one of our friends that, you know, ended up getting corona or whatever and sick, and he's just like, yo, I'm so eager to go back to work. That's the kind of person I am. But I'm like, I told him about like, you know, that thing, and I was like, yo, honestly, the best way you can help is by not being there, like literally doing nothing, sitting on your ass and getting better. Like that is the best way you can help them right now. So I'm like, it honestly kind of opened up my mind, especially like as a musician, of like, you know, thinking about like how you use words and stuff like that. Because like Kanye brought it up in a negative light, but then I was like, yo, actually doing nothing can be positive. Like,
can be positive.
I'm like, fam, you need to do nothing because that's the only way you're going to get better, and you're going to hurt the people like at your job if you're going there and you're not able to function at even like 70%. You know what I mean?
True. And no, that's a great point. That's a great way to look at it. Just to even just go off of there, because I think for Kanye, his biggest thing is miscommunication with people, and is how he uses his words and how he talks. And I think that's, like I said, that's like the big thing of it. Like a lot of times you would literally just look at Kanye's son. Kanye will tweet or something. Kanye will write, and you literally be like, "What the fuck are you saying, Kanye?" And then I think now now that we have that, seeing Kanye on Candace Class, like him having the time and being in a space where he could like just put out his thoughts and ideas without that be unfiltered, you know, like unfiltered, like his thoughts and ideas. And you know, shout out to Nick, but real rap, Nick wasn't even there. It was like Kanye was interviewing Kanye, like for part one.
Well, no, Nick was there, but I think Nick has a good way of like bringing stuff out of people and like knowing when to take the backseat. So he did mention a lot of good stuff and was able to segue into stuff, but he also knew that he didn't have to pull stuff out of Kanye.
Yeah, and I'm not saying like Nick wasn't there as an anything, like as a slight to Nick. It's just because like Kanye, I think it's just Kanye, how Kanye's presence is when he's like in those interview spaces, like he could just go on and on.
Yeah,
like,
I think Nick just identified that like the biggest strength from like talking to Kanye is just like, you know, give Kanye something like, hey, blah, 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 bring up a topic, and then just let Kanye do it.
Let Kanye go.
Like, he did a really good job of guiding Kanye into, you know what I mean?
Right. And then because, yeah, he'll just go on. Like, literally what it was, it just felt like Kanye was just going on. But no, let's get back more in the interview itself. Because one of the things was Kanye talked about was miscommunication. And one thing, like in his words, he was saying like right now we're having war over words, when at some point we're gonna have wars over water in the future. And I was like, bars, son. Like people will get so hung up on words, like, and I think because it's not about the words, it's your intent is what matters. It's like what are you trying to say with those words? What do you really mean? Like people will get on you for by the very words you use, and not what you're trying to say. Is what you're literally saying and not what you're actually trying to say to them. And it's just like, who cares what words I'm using? If I could like Professor X, like telekinesis what I'm trying to say into your head directly, I would.
Yeah.
Like I would. It's like, forget the words. They're just a vehicle to get my point across. Like let me just, I'm trying to get my point across. Don't get harped up on the words themselves. Especially it's just like, if people are literally canceling people for some of the things they say where they may not mean, or they just get misinterpreted. Like for those cases, of people who just get misunderstood, which sucks because you're getting vilified for being misunderstood. So like what you're trying to say could be positive, could be to help someone or to provide some type of just to say something good. Then you get misunderstood, you could get vilified for it, be seen as a bad person. But like, wait, I wasn't trying to do bad. I was trying to do good.
No, and that's something I've been learning, especially in the past couple of months, where it's like, people were going to
excuse me, sorry.
People are going to, be upset about words, which I think is just crazy because, like, again, like, I'm the kind of person where it's like, if I don't care about you, you can't make me upset. You don't have that kind of power. The moment I care about you, then I give you the power to make me upset. But the important thing is just like, to like, his point is like the intent. I might say something that offends you, but it's like, hey, you know what? My intention was not to hurt you by saying this. I may not be able to communicate, the best all the time, but like, hey, my intent is not to offend you or anything like that. This is what I'm trying to say.
True, man. Words are just words, man.
In this internet culture, you don't get the chance to clarify.
Nah.
Like, if you say something and then like your words, it starts getting retweeted and stuff like that. You can't even delete it fast enough for people to, or anything like that. And people just get so like charged up over what you say and like don't even take the time to understand.
Nah, man. Nah. And just to piggyback off that, because
bro, you could be like, you could tweet, yo, Trump's hilarious. And like, oh my God, you support Trump? Yo, cancel him, blah, blah, blah.
That's
stuff
not
like
what
that.
I said.
And it's like, no, I'm like, yo, you found something he said funny. Like, that doesn't mean like you support them per se.
What you said, I got what you said. So Trump's hilarious. So, like, he's a funny dude. He's a funny guy. He's a funny guy. Like, this dude does very hilarious things.
Yeah, and then some people will take it as, oh, I'm supporting Trump. Some people will say, oh, I'm bashing Trump by saying he's hilarious.
You have a MAGA hat in your closet, do you? I'm like,
bro. And the thing is, it's like, and that's what I learned. That's why I try to be very clear in my communication, because it's like, but it almost doesn't matter because people are going to interpret it based on their own bias, however they want.
However they want. Exactly.
Like, I'm literally saying this dude is funny to me. Some side will say, oh, I'm supporting him. Some side will say I'm bashing him, all this other stuff like that. But I'm like, no, I was very clear in my intentions by saying that this person is hilarious.
And just to go off of, no, exactly. That's just, I don't know what better way to say it. No, literally exactly. And what makes it even worse or more complicated or more difficult is the fact that we're communicating on probably the worst platform to manifest or get your intent across, the goddamn internet, through text, through digital communication. Like, I can't express, I can say my words, but I can't send my feelings, my, like, how I feel along with those words. Like, when you get those words, that's why, like, the whole, like, when you text somebody, sometimes you're like, damn, let me put a LOL behind this real quick before I don't sound like a psychopath to some shit sometimes. Because you're just like, if someone just loosely just read this, like, without knowing me, or like, they're like, you'll sound crazy, except with someone who knows you will read, like, say the same sentence or whatever, they'll be like, oh, I know what you're talking about because I know you.
Fam, like, I've had somebody get upset with me because, like, I downgraded to like an iPhone like 7 temporarily. Well, it's been longer than temporarily, but my intention was temporarily. So sometimes I'll go to hit the space bar or something, or go to, you know what I mean? And then like the letter M will come out too. And then like I'll go send. And then someone like got really upset because I put that M there. They're like, oh, what is that supposed to be? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I just fat fingered it. Like, relax.
I got fat fingers. I do too. I got clumsy. I have like clumsy ass hands, like fingers when.
I'm like, bro, the keyboard on this thing is like tiny, bro. Like this isn't. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, it was an accident. Relax. Like
you can't make accidents.
not to
Like, you can't
defend
make
you.
accidents when you talk. You can't. Yeah, it's not being able to take back things you say and do when you talk.
Yeah, it's like they expect you to be perfect with everything, and it's like, yo, we're humans
But
for a
life
reason,
isn't
bro.
perfect. Life is not perfect. That's
Like
like
even machines mess up. Like relax.
they got error. They got they literally have like built-in like or just like equations to calculate risk
Nigga,
and
technology has to be updated. Like, come on, dog. Like,
constantly. Nigga, you don't think you got to be updated too?
exactly.
People don't think they got to get an update. Some people are like hella updates behind, bro. Their firmware is on some old. we good. We going too deep. But
do we want to keep on the Kanye thing, or we want to move forward?
oh no, it's no. We gotta let's stay on the Kanye thing. Let me hit some points because I think this was I think he talked a lot of very good a lot of things that yeah. Let me highlight some more things. Let me just get into it. So for other things in the podcast, like Kanye was one thing he talked about was like as himself, being a fashion designer or trying to get into the fashion game. It wasn't easy. Niggas weren't letting him in. He couldn't get in, and
Oh,
he said this
facts.
many times. Like no one was trying to let him into the fashion game. So he said he had to make himself he had to make a place for himself in the fashion game. And then it's just like, and then when he did that, bro, non-complete disclosures that came
Oh yeah,
in.
non-competes. Yeah,
Yeah,
because he
like
did Nike, and I think I forget what other brand. I think he
it
said
was
like Louis.
Nike and I think it was Nike. Was it Nike and Adidas at the time?
Nah, he did Nike, and I think he did like Louis at the same time.
Yes. No. It was a Louis and an Adidas. It was Louis and Adidas.
No. It was early. It was early.
It was before that?
Yeah, it was back when he was with Nike. It was Nike and I think Louis at the same time.
Right.
I think he dropped shoes for them both. Except like, the Louis one, I don't think anybody really knew because like it's not like his name was like tied to it the same way that Nike was.
The Nike was, but he basically they dropped the same time and then like they were like, oh, like this man fiddled two big brand, like two huge fashion labels, like two like clothing brands. He fiddled them. He
I don't even know if
fiddled them.
it's fiddled. Like he's not an employee of them. Like
But think of
you're
it
doing
this
a
way.
partnership with them, you know what I mean?
No, it's a partnership, yeah.
And
But the
if you're
thing
not
is the
explicitly
influence of the
putting that
game.
in there, then like that's on you know what I mean? Like
That is true. No, I say he fiddled them is because how they responded. Because I go by how they responded. Because after that event, they're
that's
like, "Oh
negligence,
shit, he
bro.
fucked this up." Yeah, non-complete disclose. Yeah, non-competes. Then after that, when he went to the Gap, he said, "When I went to the Gap, he found out from somebody else connected that the Gap, everybody placed non-competes on the Gap when he went, like all the other
Oh yeah.
land, and he
Oh,
just
for sure.
like yo, it's a show. Like if you really are about fashion, don't let anything stop you. If you really have like, don't let anything stop you, because he wasn't letting these people stop him because he knew that's what he wanted to do. He always had that dream, and like the fact is, bro, he wasn't letting them stop him. And now look, now they don't even want to mess with him, bro.
Facts.
They don't even want to mess with him. Forbes, he was talking about Forbes being his favorite white supremacy
Yo, that was a bar.
platform.
Nah, because real rap though is like if you're not in like their hip hop like Cash Kings or whatever, they ain't trying to really give you credit elsewhere, bro.
Yup. Forbes, and he brought it up many times. He talked
He's-
about it many times. Is that my dog? Oh yeah, that's my dog coming in. Don't mind him. I don't think you can even see him. He's too low. He might
Damn,
car move
man.
from the back. Nah, bro, Forbes snubbed him because, like you said, he wasn't following the norm for black people for being a billionaire. He was like, y'all trying to force you in the box. Like, he was a billionaire for like way before he said Forbes said he was. Is because the fact is he was going to be a billionaire because of his fashion design and his music.
Yeah.
And he was like, yo, and I think just what that he was saying is like, yo, don't be afraid to pursue multiple talents. Cause he's like, I'm a multi-genius. Even the term multi-genius, because he's like, because he's like, I'm multi-talented.
Yeah.
And then sometimes, like for talent, like you can either already have the talent or you can grow the talent. So he's like, don't let yourself be, oh, I'm just Zan the podcaster. No, I could be Zan the fashion designer if I choose to, because I define myself. That's what Kanye was saying. That's why we see it with Cole right now. J. Cole is trying to be like, nah, I'm not trying to be Cole the rapper. I'm trying to be Cole the NBA star too. I'm trying to be Cole, the fucking, supporter for Black Lives. And so I'm trying to be Cole the father, because Cole did come out and said he had kids. I know we never covered that.
Said that. No,
yeah, but we never covered it.
Nigga, why is that new?
Nah, he just came off the cut. Because I was gonna tie the whole Drake thing. That's something else. But basically,
he's not ashamed of his kids, bro.
That's what I wanted to bring up, is the fact that he wasn't ashamed.
Well, he was married and everything, and all right.
See,
but yeah, I didn't want to.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Kanye just saying like, yo, pursue your talents, y'all. Real rap. Don't try to be forced in no box. Don't put yourself in a box. Other people will try to put you in a box.
Took the words out of my mouth.
Don't put yourself in a box. You could go ahead, elaborate on that. I know you probably got words on that. I have something else, but say what you want to say about that.
Nah, you said what I was gonna say. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're multi-talented. We can do more than one thing, and like, why not? Like, even in hip hop, for the longest, it's like you do music, and then like, you try to get into acting. They look at you like you're crazy. Like with Cole, they look at him like he's crazy for trying to get into like sports. Like, niggas were looked at crazy for a while trying to run their own labels. Like, but let our white counterparts do it. And it's like, oh my God, like, you got our full support. Like, Logic was writing screenplays and books, and now he's streaming on Twitch, and nobody has a problem with it. But let a nigga try doing that. Soulja Boy was doing that way before him. We don't support Soulja Boy.
We didn't support. You try to clown, or we always try to clown. I'm like, Tanya's like, enough of that. Stop. Or no, it's overall not Kanye. I'm saying enough of that. Stop clowning. Stop clowning our own. Stop clowning niggas for trying to do other things, yo. Like,
yeah, Joe Budden was talking about that a bit too. Like, that's a whole nother deeper conversation.
It is, because and just another example I thought of, Ludacris was starting hip hop. He went into acting. Bro, let's not. And damn, yo. I mean, I'll be real. Like for this interview, bro. Like I watched it front and back, because I think like this as an individual. I think there's something that draws me to Kanye. I'm not saying I'm a stan, but I say something about this as an individual, like how he thinks and his outlook on life. It does draw me, because he doesn't seem to let a lot of things stop him. And I'm trying, and I think, because nothing should stop you from doing the things you really want, because he went from wanting to do fashion, from being like probably the most feared individual in fashion. Wherever he goes, money is sure to follow. Wherever he goes, people don't want to compete with him. He's able to sell t-shirts, white t-shirts for $80.
Well, no, and that's to quickly touch on the Joe Budden thing, because I feel like we should talk about that.
Oh, I wanted to give that its own segment, but
yeah,
do your thing.
I was gonna get into that more next week, but Joe kind of has that same power in the podcasting space. Like, I feel like he's like the Kanye of podcasting right now. Whereas like wherever he goes, people are gonna follow. Like, and it's proven. Like, look at Spotify. Like, Spotify is in a position where they can give, Joe Rogan $300 million because of the impact that Joe Budden had.
And yet they don't want to give Joe, because Joe supposedly asked for $250 million.
Yeah, he debunked that. He's like, nah, I didn't ask for that much.
He debunked that? Boom.
Yeah, he said he didn't ask for that much.
The smear campaign continues. See, that was something I heard and couldn't even fact check myself. It was something like, yo, is that true?
But the thing is,
then,
even if
I
he
was like,
did,
I had no problem with it. I was just like, bro, he got them. He made them. He made them 9 figures. He said, I made them 9 figures. And what did they offer him back for making him 9 figures? Watches.
They couldn't even give my man the watch.
Peep last episode if you try to peep that FloorSeats episode 19.
Let's move forward though for the sake of time.
Yeah. No, just to wrap up what Kanye was talking about, and I think Kanye was even trying to talk about on some heavy things, bro. But Cannon class, I think Nick Cannon was just like, yo, let's not canceled again. I think I think Cannon also operated in under that scope, right? I think that's also made him a good interviewer. But it also, I think for Kanye, it's like it's I guess he does need like a filter, but always like it's always good for whoever's interviewing to be his filter. But like he was gonna hit on something that I think as a black person coming from another black person of having a platform like Kanye, like it needs to be said. Like, I mean, I'll say it because I mean, I guess we have platforms, I guess. So Kanye was gonna touch on the fact of like liberal racism that doesn't really get like, you know, that's a thing, and that, you know, doesn't really get touched upon. Like he was bringing up things like statistics about for black people, like especially being black influential voices. His words, he's like, we act like we're housekeepers in America. Like we have to operate under a guise that makes other people feel comfortable or people feel safe, you know. And then he's just like, and then he's just like, and like, yo, we gotta stop that. Like he was just like, yo, first it was just like, yo, like black people, and of course, you know, not to, you know, because politics is always around us. He was just, one thing is just like the box that is politics. He was just like, don't feel like you got to be a Democrat when there is, you know, we have a history of being black people have a history of Republican. Show that there's two sides to the party, especially when there's a lot of like he was going to liberal racism before Nick Cannon stopped him, because it was also tying to like Planned Parenthood killing a lot of black babies. Which is, he says, like, you know, it's in the stats. It's confirmed, combined versus all other leading factors of death for the African American community. America. Number one combined is from Planned Parenthood is abortion. And for some fun facts for y'all, Margaret Sanger, creator of Planned Parenthood, who's also I know this name when you mentioned it from my own readings and research, was Hillary Clinton's mentor. Look into her a little more, you actually will find an interesting tidbit that she believes in the eradication of black people. Yeah, she literally just like, black people shouldn't exist. Like that's literally her stance. Like verbatim, like her, you could look it up yourself, quote, like verbatim. She's literally not about nigga. At least she's upfront about it.
Yeah, that's the kind of racism
I respect that. She's upfront about it. I'm just like, great. I know you just really want to get rid of black people, so I know how to respond to you in kind. And then there's and then that's what Cotton was saying, liberal racism, or like he says in his he said in his music, New Slaves. He was just like, you know, they'll look up like there's poor black racism. They'll just like, you can't buy anything in the store. And then there's the rich kind. Oh, come in, please buy more. Like, you know, like I know I fucked up the whole bar, but there's two sides to it. There's the upfront kind, like you'll have the Margaret Sanger, like look into it, who's literally Planned Parenthood trying to kill us niggas. Be on the lookout. And then we'll have the not so direct racism. And that was just in part one. So I'll leave it off there because.
Well, all right, so I'll jump into that too, because.
Yeah, no, you go into that.
Really quick, with the Planned Parenthood thing, is like, there's so much that is destroying us, that like is in place to destroy us, that we're not addressing like at all. And Kanye has a point with that, where it's just like, yo, like, it's not to say that, like, you know, Black Lives Matter isn't a valid thing or anything like that, but at the same time, it's like, you know, I think we just need to really take a look at, like, you know, truly none of these people are really out to help us. You know what I mean? Like, liberals, like, were against desegregation, especially Joe Biden. He was an active opponent of it. Um, you know, Planned Parenthood was a Democratic thing. Margaret Sanger came out and openly said she didn't like black. Like, we have this like stigma of thinking that Democrats are like instantly for us, when even, like, you know, the Clintons were calling us super predators in the 90s.
You want me to take it? I could take it out even further, bro. Like,
and the crime bill, like, specifically was against, like, us, to give us harsher sentences for things, because prisons now are like, well, not now, but they've been like, they're a business. You know what I mean? So, like, it's you know what I mean, there's a lot that, like, we're not paying attention to, and we're just assuming these people are, like, here to help us. And then that's why
because
I said,
they're
like,
in the positions we assume that they are. Because, like, well, they're the president. They have to be about helping me. I'm like, well, you know, I mean,
well,
that's in their job description.
The Democratic rebrand is, like, crazy, bro. They went from, like, being completely against us to, like, suddenly, like, especially, like, when Clinton came through, my man played a sax on Arsenio, and all of a sudden, Democrats love niggas, bro.
Bro, even the family, bro, stop. I can't. Bill's a character, bro. I'll forever say Bill is a character. Bill Clinton is a character.
But what I will say to your earlier point really quick, though, is I do think, like, to the housekeepers things, like, I had this conversation with a coworker, and I'm like, yo, one thing that kind of annoys me is, like, you know, we as black people have to express our discomfort with things within the comfort of our oppressors.
Yep.
So it's like how they want us to, you know, express it, or like when, or, you know, what to talk about.
Comfortable.
Yeah, and it's like,
I have an issue. Damn, can you hit me? Can you talk about it with me at this time on this day, because I feel best comfortable.
Well, it's not even that. It's like, yo, bro, like, you can't even get passionate about, like, you have to be very cold about the things that make you uncomfortable, because, like, the moment you don't, you're the angry black person. You're the angry black guy. You're the angry black woman. And then that scars you in your corporations or whatever, like, relationships you have.
Well, worse, it puts you in a box. And then once you're in that box, people automatically assign certain, like, attributes and, like, stigmas to you when they put you in a box. That's why boxes suck. Only when you're moving.
And it's tough too, because, like, white guilt is at an all-time high, and it's just like, bro, like you can't be more upset about this stuff than I am. It's impossible.
It's impossible. You cannot be more, like, passion driven, or obviously not passion driven, but no, it's just, you really can't. Because I'm like, I lived it. I've been there. I was in it. I'm still in it. I have to live it for probably the rest of my life.
Yeah, like, I had a situation at one of my old jobs where this girl would hear me and other black people talk to each other and call each other nigga, and she complained about it, saying that it was offensive. I'm like, offensive to who? I'm like, because we're saying it within the comfort of ourselves. Are you offended because you can't say it, or are you being offended for us? Because we don't need you to be offended for us.
Because we're not offended?
Yeah, like, nigga, we don't call each other nigga. We don't call each other nigga. Like,
nigga.
I'm like, that's our right. I'm like, that's our privilege.
We probably can't upload this on YouTube anymore. Thanks a lot. I'm like, thanks, Sally, whatever her name was.
I'm like, that's our privilege. Like, if you're gonna try to take away the privilege of us saying a word, that's why I was like, all right, if you're gonna get upset about me saying, like, the N-word, I'm like, I better not hear y'all ever cuss. I better not hear y'all say any kind of sexual innuendos or anything, or I'm going straight to HR. I'm like, if you're going to take away the one thing we have, like, mind you, the fact that you're in this position is because you're white, not because you're good at your job. Like, no, I'm lighting everybody up. And that's what eventually got me fired. I was lighting niggas up. I was like, oh, nope, can't say that. They would quote The Office, like, that's what she said. I'm like, yo, you can't say that. I'm like, somebody cuss? Nope, can't say that. If I can't say the N-word, you can't say any of that stuff.
Even if they say damn, I don't care if you talk about Kendrick's album. Guess what? Kendrick's got you written up at HR for saying damn.
I was lighting niggas up. I was like, bro, if you're gonna try to censor me, lit. I'm like, nigga, this is about to be the most PC place ever, bro.
You're about to be PC tax. PC tax, y'all. Y'all don't want to see PC tax. I don't want to see PC tax. Shoot, I don't even want to think about if I think there's PC tax, it's probably a PC Xan. I don't even think about that. Fuck. Yo, dog, real talk, moral of the story. Yo.
Stop being a bitch. That's the moral of the story.
Stop being a baby back bitch. All right. Shit's hard as it is. And
all right. Let me get into
continue.
So we have a new segment that we're gonna start.
Indulges, guys. This is new.
Only because I feel like this is a very important. In recent events, it's very important to highlight. Maybe highlight behaviors that you. I think it's the quote is a wise man learns from the mistakes of others.
Right.
I think it's important to learn from the mistakes of others. So,
and I think, and to be fair, sometimes, I mean, we thought of this segment. I think it came to be because our hands were forced, to be honest. I feel like the actions of others forced us to create this segment. Like it just got too much, you know? I think it's just like, yo, we have to do something about this.
Yeah.
We have to. So you let them know, Tax. Let them know.
So we have introduced a segment called the Hall of Lame, where basically it's it's very similar to other shows that have segments like this, but I feel like it's our civic duty to show you, to inform you guys and teach you, so that way you can learn from the mistakes of others. Our good friend at the Seahawks is an honorary member. We've done 2 videos on him.
Shout out to Kema Sivrand.
Yeah. And I want to go through a couple people this episode to give you an idea who we're talking about. So let me put on my reading glasses.
And while you do that, I know for let me get here.
So
there's an article here I do have.
So I'll start with our good friend OBJ. You are going to be inducted into the Hall of Lame, the FloorSeats Hall of Lame.
The very first.
Listen, this could very well be revoked if evidence comes out that this isn't true.
I hope so.
But recently on a No Jumper podcast called Thoughts Next Door, which already gives you an idea of where this is going.
Yep.
Chief
Full disclosure.
Chief Keef's baby mama Slim Danger was on there. And allegedly she came out and said that Odell Beckham Jr. Likes getting pooped on. I know that like niggas with money like have like weird fetishes and
Take
stuff.
That as you will.
You know what? It's not even niggas with money. I think money fuels people's fetishes. Like people are into weird shit, and I think once you get money, it just opens up the world.
It's like, why not? What's this? I have the money. Just do it,
fam. I don't want niggas shitting on me in a figurative sense, and damn sure not in a literal sense.
Facts. If I'm not trying to get, I get heated when niggas shit on me and smash or like why? Forget the literal. Like, bro, what?
I don't even like stepping.
Is wild.
I don't even like stepping in dog shit. I don't like having like. I don't like seeing shit still in the bowl of a toilet. Like, I don't know.
I just don't condone. Man does not condone.
I don't even like it when a Hershey's bar melts too much and it gets on your fingers. Like, no.
You're stupid.
And I do think
like the consistency.
Fam, a lot of weird stuff's been coming out about this man like over the years, bro. And this is like this takes the cake, bro. So welcome to the Hall of Lame. You will be immortalized here. And bro, if some conflicting evidence comes out, man, we'll gladly revoke this. But right now, bro, welcome to the club. We have another one.
At least his girl is bad. Lauren Wood, she's a baddie, but that dude,
I
hope she knows what she's signed up for.
Does she shit on him? I don't know, man.
I hope so. If anything, if she didn't know, now she knows.
That's some beta male shit. That's some cuck shit, bro.
Nah, it's disgusting. I don't, as a fetish, I don't understand that, bro. That's fecal matter, bro. That is fecal matter. You ain't a plant?
Huh?
I'm like, Odell, you ain't a plant. You don't need that. Bro, stop.
Yeah, that's just nasty.
That's just nasty, bro.
We're also going to induct...
to each their own, but get help.
This one's an interesting one.
Can you say both? All right.
I don't know if I should put this person in the Hall of Lame, or if I should... You know what? We'll decide.
We'll decide.
I'm going to go with Bella Thorne for this one. The Bella Thorne situation. As we all know, is that she made $2 million in one day, or was it 1 week, off OnlyFans, and promised some nudes for an additional $200. And yeah, she didn't give you all the nudes. And
well, she did, but it wasn't. It was the
real nudes.
It was the ahaha nudes. It was
yeah. The
you basically wore the color or the clothing or the lingerie or whatever, a bikini, the nude color.
So she stepped on the product. And because she did that, you know what I mean, a massive refunds were going in, which caused a lot of changing in the rules for OnlyFans, a lot of SWs, because I don't want to, well, we're not monetized anyway, but we'll keep it as SWs, S workers, spicy workers.
Spicy workers.
Are
salsa
upset.
Workers.
They're upset because of the whole Bella Thorne thing. You know, they put a limit on what you can charge for content, additional content. They make you wait 30 days for the payout.
She created a market cap, bro.
Yeah.
She fucked up the whole bag for a lot of people.
Up the game.
She really did.
This is equivalent to like when, you know, in the 80s when people were selling coke, the first nigga to sell crack fucked up the game for everybody. Bro.
That probably was what it was. That's why I think that's why the crack epidemic, and then niggas going for crack for a lot less than coke. That's another conversation. That's probably why it happened. Someone's like, man, fucked up my bag. Fuck
yeah,
it.
She's the equivalent.
They're going to jail for longer.
the nigga that invented crack, she's literally the equivalent of that. She just fucked up the game for everybody.
But everybody.
Everybody has to sell crack now.
Now everybody has to sell crack. And not only that, it was like, was she in the position that she needed to sell crack? I guess figuratively, we'll just use, I know we don't want to use.
She's damn near the Ronald Reagan in general, where like she fucked up the OnlyFans community.
You gave her the Ronald Reagan title, damn.
Yeah, she damn near Reagan. Like she
Reagan this
Bellanomics. Like she done fucked up the whole like OnlyFans economy.
Trickle down. There's no trickling down here, folks.
But I don't know. Honestly, I'm torn because I don't know if I should give her. You know,
no, I'll put her in, bro.
But do we induct her because she fucked up the game, or do we induct
No, just for the fact that she's like, oh, $200 first, like $200 for nudes, right? Nudes. Knowing what OnlyFans is already known for and the platform, and she already has her own platform. And what does she do? She is the false advertisement is what gets people. But I guess at the same time, did she really false advertise? Who knows? But
you know what? That's why I'm like,
and I'm like, if you were I'm like, why?
I feel like we gotta
begin with?
I feel like we gotta get a 2-for-1 then, because like anybody that bought this OnlyFans and spent the extra $200 expecting that photo, like you're fucking lame too.
Yeah, you're going in with they're following her. Oh, those are just simps. That's
bro, like there's so much free porn out there. Like you know, OnlyFans get quote unquote leaked almost on a monthly basis, and you're sitting here thirsting for Bella Thorne.
No,
Like,
I mean, I think. Hold up,
first of all, didn't that girl just turn 18 or something? Like,
bro, hold up. Let me bring up and because Bella Thorne.
all right, she's 22, but still, like, some of y'all niggas are like over here, uh, been plotting on this day to come for a while, which is the only reason why she made $2 million in a week. Like, you niggas are nasty.
Right. Okay. She was all right in Knives Out. I'll give you that. She was cool in Knives Out, but like you could find Bella Thorne, Bella Thorne-alikes, Bella Thorne-alikes on any prawn site of your choice. Like you can find that for free. That's the thing. Like for free. I don't know. Is it like because it's like is it her looks? I mean, I'm not trying to chop it out. Is it the looks? Is it Bella Thorne herself? Because I really want to find what was it that you're like I need to spend $200 on this.
Bro, I'm gonna
Like I
keep it a
just want
beat.
to find.
I don't think
That
she's
can
like ugly. I'm just not like attracted to her. But
no, I'm not saying that either. But even then, like I said, like again, I'm just really I want to know. Like I want to talk to somebody who spent $200 for those
you know what?
movies
You
and be
niggas
like,
are nasty. You've
why
been
did you
plotting on this
spend?
day since the Disney days, and then you got what you thought you wanted, and then you realize it wasn't. Now she done fucked up the whole game for everybody. Um,
Oh, she had plastic surgery. Did she? No, they don't know. They're just saying this is the internet. Let me not.
yeah.
Let me guard my psyche real quick. I'm just, I mean,
Anyways, let's get back to
anyways, but you guys already
the
get the
greater good.
idea. I'm just, I'm lost in thought. Literally, lost in thought. By the price tag, people paying for the price tag.
So yeah, it's a twofer.
I think this was a setup.
It's a
She
two
was
for one.
sent to fuck up the bag for everybody else.
Yeah, you niggas are simps.
Yep.
She's going in because she fucked up the whole game. She introduced crack to OnlyFans, and you niggas are going in for paying for it.
Nah, the spicy workers. Honestly, the spicy workers should be most upset. They should come up. They should come for her. Just yeah. Do what you need to do.
Bro, have you seen? Have you watched Snowfall yet?
Nah, it's on my. It's really high. I've heard. No. I've heard
Bro,
some shit about it recently.
she's Franklin, bro. Everybody else is selling coke, and then she comes in. It was like, yo, I got this way to like stretch this coke by adding baking soda and stir it in the pot with some ice cubes, and then everybody is mad at him. She's like, yo, she is the Franklin.
Wait, he was an innovator. He was a forward.
And he fucked up the game for everybody.
He fucked it up. So you could be a forward. Was she trying to be a forward thinker? Was she trying to like, guys, I figured it out. She was like spicy workers. I mean, I guess there's male spicy workers, but in this realm, we're talking about female spicy workers. Like, I figured it out.
Nah, she fucked it up.
Add water. Here's what you add to your nudes. You add water, baking soda.
Bro.
So add baking soda to their account. But yes, welcome Bella Thorne to the Hall of Lames.
And what we're gonna do now, last one, really quick.
Yep.
This is the most recent and most disappointing, especially considering the circumstances. Our good friend Daniel House Jr. Allegedly snuck one of the COVID testing people into his hotel room. Information has come out where allegedly this person is an Instagram model that also happens to be doing COVID testing. And he's a married man in a heated playoff game right now, series against the Lakers. So my man not only jeopardized, things, the Rockets in playoff pictures and his career. He also jeopardized his marriage. Yeah.
Reputation.
All my man had to do was take a gander at another league, the NFL, and see what happens to our good friend
a gander.
Kima Sivaran. It's
Two
like
hops and a skip, bro, to another league.
I know it's the NBA, but you literally took like He was like, "Yo, Kiva, let me borrow the L real quick from the NFL because I'm going to take this."
Yeah, he's like, "You're using that big dog? Yeah, let me use that real quick. You'll pass that my way." He passed it. I can't. He passed it. No, Kemba passed it. Fucking homie caught it. Like homie, like
my man
fucking.
caught that off the glass and slam dunked that shit, bro. You're in the middle of a heated series against the Lakers. You know, winning this game would put you in the conference finals. Granted, like niggas need him. You put the team at risk. Now, granted, the COVID risk, I'm not sure, but you know, your antics, you know, is going to remove you from the series. You won't play for the rest of the season, even if you guys advance forward. And it's like, bro, for some box, like, sorry to thirst your bubble, my dog, my nigga, but like,
thirst your bubble.
You're a married man. Like,
tax, ladies and gentlemen, you
like,
can't get.
If you can't wait 2 months for some box, bro, you don't need to be playing. You need to get evaluated.
We need help.
Bro, I've had an honest conversation with somebody, and I was like, bro, sometimes beat your meat keeps you out of trouble. You needed to beat your meat. I'm keeping it a beat. Like, why are you sitting here risking your marriage, your career,
risking your whole career,
you know, putting your team at risk for COVID?
You have a wife,
risking your playoff chances. For
you already have. I'm not trying to
for
say,
a thought.
Like you already have box at home,
bro. You could have brought your wife and kids. You over here drawing.
You could have. Oh man,
bro, my man.
I think
my man.
No, but that's crazy. But if you think about it this way, right? Think about it this way. That's really wild. One, that's wild. Two, like the bubble is really having people. Oh, my mic's messing up. The bubble is really having people act in all types of ways. Like, man was married, had a wife, had a career, and he's like, nope. Don't it
bro, and he tried to deny it, man. I give him credit. He tried to deny it all the way. But you know what?
Oh, you got to. I mean,
he tried.
No, you don't got to. But at least, you know what? He had heart.
He's gone for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
So you're for being a doof.
That probably, his checks, man, he fucked up his bag too.
Bro, and let me give you guys an update on how things are looking for the playoff picture right now. Because he's gone. So, boom. Lakers won the series. 4-1.
He said, and just like that, LeBron just has an even more easier time.
I'm not going to sit here and say that, like, he's the reason why the Rockets lost. Because the Rockets, honestly, they took their series too far, and Lakers had a lot of time to rest. But my nigga, like, bro, you're a fucking doof. You get paid way too much money to be a dumbass.
Like, yeah, no, real rap. Yeah, I'll say to that, like, lapse of judgment. That lapse of judgment was crazy.
Man, beat your meat. Like, what's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you, bro? He was like, I ain't going back. Oh, well, shoot. We'll give up. We'll hand over that bag.
Bro, I don't.
That bag of money.
I don't beat my meat. I keep it a beam. But if I'm in a situation where he's in, I'm spanking my shit. I'm keeping it a beam. There's too much money and other things at stake, like the livelihood of my marriage.
Yeah, it's getting spanked. That's not worth millions to me, bro. It's getting spanked.
Let's say you do stay on the team and, you get a slap on the wrist. Bro, divorce costs way more, bro. You're giving up half. You're paying child support and alimony. You're a fucking doof, bro.
And that's the thing, too, dog. I'm like, FaceTime the wife. You're like, yo.
Yeah, it's like, all you gotta do is like, yo, put the kids to bed. Put on something
enough said. Like, that's enough said. Like, I think just putting the kids to bed is gonna just already open up the conversation.
Yeah, I'm not a proponent of, I am a proponent of monogamy. If you find someone that you want to marry, then, stick to that one person, Yeah. But fam, and I understand that sometimes you gotta get your shit off, which I'm like, spank your shit. But
yep.
Here we are.
I think today's day and age, he could have FaceTimed the wife. You got to find a way to. You're in the league. You're in the bubble.
Damn, yo.
21st century, 2020. Even though it was a shitty year, it doesn't mean technological advances also go out the window. You could have figured out a way, bro.
And here's the thing, right? If you do this in the bubble, now what's running through your wife's head is like, has he tried this before on the road? And then I'm gonna bring it full circle with shows like the show that's on No Jumper, where these thoughts are literally like basically like dry snitching on niggas. Like he might get caught up in a story, bro. And what can you do?
A lot of heads might get. I'm thinking. I'm just like, wait, is this basically a channel where you get dry snitched on, or you just basically,
bro. The one chick came out
how
she got ran through pretty much a whole team, and that went viral. Like, anyways, bro. So those are this week's Hall of Fame inductees.
Didn't know you could just talk about that out loud, that you got ran by a team.
Yeah, well, this is thought culture. So yeah, that's our inductees. You know what? Let us know if you have anybody you want to see on the show as a Hall of Fame inductee. We don't discriminate. Stupidity is stupidity, and it's a learning opportunity for everyone.
Yep,
so,
it's a learning opportunity for everybody. It's all educational material.
I'm over here learning that I should have trusted my instinct here because I'm doing fantasy football, and my man Aaron Rodgers is going off. My man AR-12 is going off.
Wow.
Now, granted, I have Lamar Jackson as my starting quarterback, and AR-12 is only 2 points ahead, but I think he might sneak another one out. They are beating the brakes off Minnesota right now. Actually, Baltimore's beating the brakes off Cleveland, and I got Baltimore defense on my team too, so we doing good.
Ooh. Oh, damn, we got to – your fantasy – I didn't know you were doing fantasy football. Your league sound kind of –
Bro, I don't even normally do fantasy. It's just something in my job. But I was like, bro, I ain't no dumb nigga, bro. Matter of fact, yo, while I got the chance,
I'm playing.
While I have the platform, yo, AP, Adrian Peterson, I believed in you, big dog. Niggas looked at me crazy for drafting you on my fantasy team, but I'm like, bro, I know what you can do.
I see you got heart. He's like, you got heart.
Fam.
I like that.
Let me buy you a beer. What's your cash app? I know my $3 ain't doing nothing, but it's the principle, dog.
It's the principle. Real rap.
When nobody else believed, I did, bro.
I did.
Bro, I am the 1% that started you on this fantasy league. The 1% is me. And my man gave me 3 times the amount of points than expected, bro. I appreciate you.
He's like, damn, keep with the good work. Damn, you try to change up the culture of like team owners, at least fantasy team owners and players. I mean, it's changing the culture already. He's like, I just got to go on record to say.
Yeah, bro. He tripled the amount of points that he was projected to, bro. I believed when no one else did, bro.
You know what? No, I like that. That's the energy we need more of, yo.
I will say that excuse me. I did mess up by having one receiver. I should have swapped Sean Jackson for Jamison Crowder, but he was questionable earlier it was showing him earlier in the week he was questionable, but my man put up 25 points. Man, I'm winning right now, and I could have been beating the brakes off my opponent with that. Cause my man D-Jack ain't put up but 6 fantasy points where Jamison Crowder just getting me 25.
God damn, yeah, yo, I gotta. No, you even got me interested because I know NFL's back, right? NFL's back.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I wasn't even gonna watch the NFL, but this is getting me invested into it, so.
Right? No, that's what I'm saying. I feel like the fantasy league is even the hype is building off of the NFL.
Yeah, because I don't have a horse in the race this year. I mean, I'm an Eagles fan, but honestly, I don't really care about this season. So I guess this is making me care a bit more. Yo, Devontae Adams putting up 40 fan points. Let's go.
Yo, is fantasy more hype than you try to say fantasy is more hype than football for you, real football for you right now?
Fam, everybody was like, yo, I'm going against somebody and they're like, yo, their team's pretty solid. You might lose this week, bro. My team is called Philanthropy, bro. We are donating L's. We are benevolent with the L's. We already just did a Hall of Lame.
I'm
giving
donating L's.
Bro, I am the Bill Gates of L's.
We're a non-profit.
I'm the Oprah Winfrey of L's.
We're a non-profit looking to pass out L's whenever we can and wherever we can.
Baltimore defense put up 20 points for your boy.
Philanthropy. I hate you.
You get an L. You get an L. You get an L.
Everybody gets an L.
Facts. Philanthropy.
God damn. I think that's a good point just to even get right into gaming then. Because I guess the only football that ain't doing well on the football front is Madden.
Fam.
What's good with Madden, boy? What's good with Madden, boy?
Bro, let me break it down. First of all, Madden this year is hot trash. It is the worst rated game on Metacritic of all time. It is sitting at a husky 0.02. A 0.2 for a rating. Glitches are still prevalent like they were last time. There was no improvements in the franchise mode. They didn't really add any new features. In fact, they keep rebranding the right stick. It used to be the hit stick, and now it's something else. Like,
how do you rebrand you're changing controls on a game that's out before, while the game is still, you're like, wait a minute, actually, we want this to be the default control settings. What's good? What's going on, bro? What?
Bro, hold on, because I got to look at, I can tell you exactly, like, what is this shit's called.
I'm still stuck that as a 0.2 rating. Like, how do you get that low?
Let me see here.
How do you not get a 1? How do you not get a 1? I didn't even know you could get a 0.2.
First of all, the Washington football team has changed their name from the Redskins to the Washington football team. It looks fucking stupid.
Wait a minute. They didn't come up with like an additional mascot or the Washington football team?
It's still that. I forget what they called the new stick thing, but it's something stupid. But yeah, the game is rated like poorly. Cause
wait a minute. So what's the logo for the Redskins?
It's just a W, bro.
W. Oh man.
Where's Metacritic, bro?
Where's Based? Yo, Base God, save us.
Yo, still man, at a lofty 0.2 on Metacritic for user score.
Because what I've heard, man, I heard people are now like, they're tired of EA. They're like, EA Sports is trash. I think they really need to get a new publisher. They need to get someone else.
Yeah, they're calling for them to
2K to say
no,
drop EA.
Yeah, they're asking the NFL to drop EA because like quality has just gone down to shit. Madden hasn't been good in a long time. They're cutting corners. They're just bagging up and selling the same product. They're just putting a new, they're putting not even a full new can of like coat of paint. They're not even doing that. The same glitches are there. Franchise mode got no improvements. They added a new mode that adds really nothing. Like
they really are keeping the same glitches from like the last game, and they're like, "This is the same glitch from the last game." Drop them.
My problem is really they're selling a roster expansion for $60. The roster expansion that has this year's, like last season's MVP, Lamar Jackson, as a black man. Why you gotta give the black man the worst rated Madden ever? Like
fuck.
He is the first Ravens player since Ray Lewis on Madden 2005. Ray Lewis is a Hall of Fame Raven, a Hall of Fame defensive player. And then you disrespect my mans with this garbage. Bro, if I had more time, I'd give them the Hall of Fame too, but I don't. The other thing that's pretty interesting, which is getting mixed reviews, is that Colin Kaepernick, they added him as a free agent in the game.
How does that work? Oh, that's probably like for career mode, right?
Yeah, like for franchise mode and stuff like that.
Franchise mode is what it's called. Yeah.
The only problem is my man hasn't played in 4 years, and he's rated higher than half the starting quarterbacks in the league.
Yo, where's the stats coming from? Where's the stats coming from,
bro?
Where's the stats coming from?
Where are they pulling this from?
These God stats coming from,
bro? Like, this is EA on some shit, bro. Like, yo, you couldn't pander to like the players, your core, by fixing glitches and improving franchise mode. You pandered to people that aren't going to buy your game by putting Kaepernick in the game, which is cool. Like, whatever, you put Kaepernick in there. Like, yo, they put Cream Biggums in NBA Live, and that's like literally like a made-up character by Spice Adams. It's cool you do that kind of stuff. You made this man rated higher than half the quarterbacks in the league.
Where is he getting these ultra instinct stats from? Are you saying like he's just like the Neo of the fucking NFL? Like, why? I hope it's not because he took a knee. He took that knee for other reasons, not to get like OD NFL stats, bro.
Bro, there's an article, and I'm trying to find it.
Holy shit, bro.
Someone compared it.
I don't know what to say. That's really crazy.
Someone took the stats of every quarterback in the league right now.
Catch me IRL. What happened?
Hold on, big dog. Headline: Colin Kaepernick added to Madden 21, rated 15th best among NFL quarterbacks as a free agent.
So it's a reach. They're reaching.
It's a reach. How are you better? There are 32 teams. Bro, let me put it in perspective, bro. I don't doubt that Colin Kaepernick is a good athlete. But when you sit out for 4 years, it's kind of hard to gauge where you are right now. He worked out. You know, he didn't put him on a team or whatever. I mean, that's for another conversation. My man Cam Newton had to fight tooth and nail to get his job in New England. And you know this nigga, Belichick, don't even like what Cam Newton represents. But bro, my man fought tooth and nail to get that, right?
He doesn't like what he represents. I'm dead.
But peep game.
But he fought to get there. You can't take that away from him.
He is the starting quarterback of the New England Patriots, right? Cam Newton, starting quarterback of the Patriots, is rated 78. You telling me somebody that sat on that has not played in 4 years is rated higher than Cam Newton, the starting quarterback of the New England Patriots, the guy that took Tom Brady's job? You're telling me Colin Kaepernick is a better player than him? For not playing for 4 years, my man didn't play flag football, arena football. He didn't play in Europe. He didn't play Madden. He didn't play backyard football. Like, he didn't play foosball. Like, he didn't play, like, European football. He didn't play FIFA. Like, nothing. He didn't.
So at this point, they're not even reaching. They're just like,
it's pandering.
Straight
up pandering.
Straight ball fondling.
Yo, and you know what? Like, I don't have anything against Colin Kaepernick.
I think Rick and Morty, yeah, ball fond. They're ball fondling. They're ball fondlers right now. They're straight ball fondling with those stats. Nothing against Cap. Like, nothing against Cap. But this is straight ball. Like, bro, you haven't played in 4 years. I mean, I wonder what this nigga has to say. What Cap has to say to that? He's like, damn, I'm mad nice for no reason.
Bro, and here's the thing, right?
Yo, Jordan was out. Say, like, why am I?
Oh, no. This shit better not be doing it again. Oh, my God, no.
Yeah, like, I'm just saying it again. When you have someone like Kaepernick, right, who hasn't played, who knows he hasn't played, what do you think he has to say when he sees himself, like, because I don't play sports games, but you play like Madden, like, he's like, yo, I'm mad nice for no reason.
Bro, if he was like a joke character or something, it'd be something different. Like, when they put,
why am I this nice?
When they put Cream Bigham's in NBA Live, if they made him like an 81 or something, then it's like, all right, well, it's just like fun and games or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Bro, like even when Jordan took like some time away from basketball, he was still playing like baseball and like doing sports. He wasn't, and he still had to ramp back up when he got back in the league. It's not like he was like beasting on niggas as soon as he got back. Like Cap, like we don't know what Cap has been doing, but we do know that like he hasn't been playing like in an organized league in 4 years of any kind. Like my man hasn't even been playing flag football in his neighborhood.
Bro.
If he did that, that'd make the news. He hasn't been doing anything like that. I'm sure he's working out.
4 is a lot for a professional anything. That's the thing. Professional anything. Like when you're talking like years of not doing your craft at all, that's a different conversation we're having. Like
EA's pandering, bro.
Yeah, that's just pandering. Like
I feel like it's giving Kaepernick a bad rap.
Yeah, it's like it's not doing him. It's not like he asked for this. It's like they're putting him in a weird, like a uncomfortable light because you can say they're trying to monetize on his stance even to this day. And I feel like even like a lot of people still are like, even say the NFL, or the NFL is being better at being more responsive to these issues. But in a sense, it's still pandering. Not to say like, but we got to call it for what it is. Niggas are pandering. He hasn't played in 4 years. You think if they asked him, where would you rate yourself right now amongst like NFL quarterbacks? I know it's EA, but like Madden is based off of like statistics from actual games. Like that's the whole point. It's like, so like you could say, yeah, it's just video game. Why does it really matter? But it's sending a weird message still at the same time that I think people like, it's kind of, it would be poor to ignore. Like, EA needs to be called out on that. Like, y'all pandering.
Bro, I'll give you an idea, right?
Yeah.
What was his overall rating? What was
Bro, I'm just like, wow.
I'm trying to see what his last rating was.
All right. Was Cap the first like free agent added on to to Madden?
Bro, he was a 74 in Madden 17. He hasn't played since that season. And then he comes back from 4 years of inactivity to shoot up 7 points. I don't understand, like, year to year he jumped up 7 points. Like, if he was like, all right, well, I took 1 year off and I improved my game and came back. But FAM, I don't understand. And I'm not going to pretend to.
I'm not going to pretend. I'm not going to try to. Why try to? EA should be the ones trying to make me understand. EA, make me understand why y'all did that, though. Like, make me understand. What is he ranked right now? He said 17th?
He's like, what? I think he's the 17th highest rating quarterback in Madden right now.
That's
insane.
Okay. Yeah, that's insane. Yeah, NFL needs to find a new publisher. I don't know where they would go if they had to get a new publisher.
A lot of people want 2K, but honestly, 2K would need to really put a lot of effort into it because the way NBA 2K has been looking, like niggas have been complaining about that too, but that's a whole different story.
That's a whole different story, but I think they should have left EA. I thought, even me, I was almost under the impression that like when NBA parted ways with EA, the NFL was going to be soon to follow. What was I wrong? But maybe I don't know. Maybe they were late to the party. Because I just don't think like the EA level of quality of games like people want. And I get there has to be a game every year, but it's just the quality has gone downhill that much. Like you're only doing a disservice to yourself after a certain point. What the hell's going on?
Yeah, man, Corona's not an excuse.
It really isn't. I feel like it's hard. Even for now, a lot of shit like
not for something like that. It's not like you're developing
like
a whole
cop
new
out
game.
for something like this. It's a cop out, right?
You're not developing a whole new game. You're just you're basically improving upon the one you did last year.
How do you fuck that up?
Laziness, corporate greed.
You're like opening an old save
I bet you
file.
Ultimate Teams though is like even better.
Shoot,
but
look at FIFA. But
let's get into
y'all.
Yeah, no worries. Let's get into something else. So the Super Mario 35th anniversary stuff has been announced. There's a lot of interesting stuff as far as like merch and other celebrations, but they few of the things that they're doing, they have an actual RC Mario Kart, which you control through the Switch. So like it's a physical cart, and you're gonna lay out kind of markers and make a track.
Yo,
Mario and Luigi one, you're literally just going to play like with your Switch, like controlling it around and stuff like that. Like through the Switch, you're watching it. You'll see like other like computer racers and stuff like that too on there. So it's like pretty interesting. It's like an augmented reality Mario Kart.
What? I did not hear about this. I didn't see I didn't see the presentation. I think wasn't there like a stream presentation for the?
Yeah, it's called Mario Kart something. I forget.
Well, for the whole 35th anniversary event, like announcing all the games that was going to be on it.
So that was interesting. And then a lot of the rumors of the games that were coming out were true. Oh, there is something interesting. So remember that Mario Battle Royale we talked about last year?
The Mario Battle Royale, yes, with it was on Future Perfect.
So Nintendo is doing that, but they're doing it very like Tetris 99. It's basically Tetris 99 version of Mario. It's 35 people, and basically like the more you do in your game, you can like send enemies and stuff to other people's game and stuff like that. It actually looks pretty good because it's the only way I'll play the original Mario Brothers.
Hold on, because one, I'm just doing two things. One, I'm just like, all right, I'm looking up, if you have it or send it to me, the RC track that you can control for the Switch, because I actually do. I kind of see if I want to put that up on the share screen real quick in case anyone else hasn't peeped, because I have it.
I don't have it. Nah, for some reason this is the only thing working on my internet.
I'll look it up. If anything, I'll look into it or bring it back up to y'all, because I'm super interested, because I grew up on RC cars, a lot when I was younger. So that shit was that's actually a really dope idea that they did, and it's like semi virtual, augmented reality. That is definitely a good idea on Nintendo's part. But what's really interesting, because remember with the basically what they do in the Tetris 99 for the Mario Battle Royale.
Yeah, Super Mario 35 it's called. And if I created Mario Royale, I'd be a little heated, because I'm like, yo, y'all niggas can give me a little credit. Like, I came up with this.
Nah, Nintendo's like, we could have, but Mario's not your IP. Thank you. Have a nice day. That's Nintendo.
Basically, yeah. But
it came at them hard.
It looks low-key hype, though. And they're saying, like, they're only going to run it for a limited time. But I'm like, why not just keep it as a mainstay game? Like, it's stupid.
You know how the Nintendo is. They feel like they always want to dip their toe in everything. I feel like Nintendo, they only want to dip their toe in even when they know that it's a good idea. Like, this will just sell. Like, it's been proven.
Yeah.
It's already been proven.
But
people
honestly,
want this. And they're like, we'll see what we'll do. We'll just, like, I'm like, Nintendo, stop.
Yeah. But for me, though, the Super Mario 35 is really the highlight. Aside from that, though, that's the highlight for me. They also announced Super Mario 3D World Plus. 3D World Plus, and then Bowser's Fury is an add-on. So basically, Super Mario 3D World now has online multiplayer, which could be pretty cool.
Wow.
It's an enhanced port. I think it's a little bit faster as well. But then they have like this add-on called Bowser's Fury, which they didn't really showcase anything about or explain what that is. The original Super Mario All Stars, the enhanced version,
I need to pull up.
which is
Go ahead.
basically
I gotta
1,
look
2 lost levels and
at
3.
this.
That's out right now in the eShop, and then they also have the Super Mario 3D All Stars, which is Super Mario 64, which is slightly like upscaled. Super Mario Sunshine, and then also Super Mario Galaxy. The Super Mario 64 version is going to be the
HD remake. So what was it supposed to be? The HD remake?
Not really a HD remake, but they like upscaled it a bit. But it's not the version that everybody's used to now. So basically, there was an updated version in Japan called like the Shindo version, which like fixed some bugs and stuff like that.
I wonder if that's gonna mess up with any speedruns.
Oh, it is, because you can't backwards long jump.
See, there's already all right. So
if I'm a
speedrunner,
I'm not buying it, right?
yeah, exactly. For those who speedrun, you being a speedrunner, for other people who are interested in speedrunning, Mario 64, this version might not be the one to speedrun, or they might have to do a separate record for it. Who knows?
Yeah, there is a glitchless percentage, I guess, but it's not as fun.
That's just the regular. Well, it's the regular game and trying to beat it as the quickest time.
Yeah, I'm not getting this collection at all, to be honest with you, because 64, I felt like I played like way too much. Sunshine, I think, is complete garbage, and Mario Galaxy is really good, but they should have put Galaxy 2 in there. Like, why are they acting like Galaxy 2 doesn't exist?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's. Yeah, I wonder if it's the first one, because I'm like, well, this was the first of the series. I get that.
They still could have fit it in there.
They could have. Yeah, you're right. Because people, you're right. People really did like that one. Got a lot of really good reception.
Yeah, Super Mario Galaxy 2 is the only like Mario game that I can recall in recent time that was getting perfect scores.
Yeah, right. Which is very strange. Like for me, I was just like, there's usually always something for a Mario game, but not everybody was like, nah, it's lit. Like it's really good. And I'm like everybody's seen this.
Yeah,
I thought it was like conspiracy, but nah. I was like, no,
I played 2.
A solid game.
Yeah, I played 2 before I played 1, and I was like, 2 is amazing. And I went back to play 1. I'm like, it's good. It's just not 2.
Wonder with Odyssey if, just looking at the bundle, or just looking at the pack in general, what do you overall think of the 35th anniversary edition, like what it offers and everything? You think they could have added more? They should have added. Yeah, you think they could have added more? Anything they missed? What should have changed? Or is it perfect?
Honestly, with that bundle, I felt like they could have added. I would have liked in like an HD remake of 64.
Right, that's what I thought it was.
Yeah, they just kind of upscaled it, honestly, and I would have liked to see Super Mario Galaxy 2.
Yeah.
But I also think they could have done something with like Super Mario 3D Land, because I felt like that is actually better than 3D World, and I feel like it's a missed opportunity. They could have done something with that to like upscale it or like remake it or something in some sense to bring it to like the Switch.
And there's this fascination with Super Mario Sunshine, like over the years. It's like I don't know if it's Nintendo. Like I met people, like you said, who hated it, and I met people who loved it. They love Super Mario Sunshine.
You know why? What is it called? Damn, there's a term for it. Where it's basically like, yo, you fall in love with your captors after a while. I forget what the term is called.
Wait, you threw me off. I thought that's not where you were going. What's it called? Damn, oppressor. I can't remember that. Yeah, you fall in love with your captors. I know what you're saying, but yeah, that's what you're saying in layman's terms.
Stockholm syndrome.
Huh?
Stockholm syndrome.
Oh, you're saying, yeah, there we go. So people are just so used to when Nintendo shoves down their throats, they just take it?
No.
When it comes
Super
to
Mario Sunshine
is that too graphic?
Is the only 3D Mario platformer on that entire system. So a lot of people bought GameCubes and then they bought that game and they admit that, like, bro, like, this is not cool that I'm doing community service as soon as I get on vacation. And no one wants to experience what it's like to be black. But Mario got it firsthand. My man got off the plane and immediately got racially profiled, got locked up, and then had to do community service. And then it's like, all right, well, this is the only game I have for GameCube. And, like, my mom's not buying me any other games for Christmas for a while. So it's like, all right, well, I'm going to play this game. And then eventually, like, you learn to love this game despite how badly it is towards you.
People broke the bricks off of their Mario Sunshines. Is that what you saying happened? People were just conditioned to love that game?
Yeah, like, the game's not good. You're just conditioned to like it. Like, that game had you hostage for so long that you learned to love it. This is what, like, Huckleberry Finn was talking about in his book, kidnapping chicks and then making them freaking fall in love with him through Stockholm Syndrome. That game is horrible.
Oh, shit. Damn, you heard it here, folks. Wow. Mario Sunshine is a bad game. And Nintendo...
horrible game.
Bad for re-releasing it and try to shove it down niggas' throats.
I get that it was like a staple for the GameCube, but it was the only 3D Mario they did. Like, there's not another 3D Mario game that they did.
Oh, man, that's so nuts because it came out so early in the GameCube's life.
Yeah, and they were like, all right.
And that was
we're done.
That was no, that's why I'm like, I want to refute that because that sounds book wild to me. But I can't. Hold on. I mean, do you want to just Google? No. I think people if y'all could Google search it, real rap, because we do got some music stuff we want to hit on for y'all. You know, before we end the episode. But hold up. Get over 2 seconds. Gotta help the sound.
All right. Well, I'll keep going while we do that. So let's talk some music really quick. The Notorious B.I.G.'s infamous Crown has gone up for auction right now. I don't know how much is on sale for, but you know, you can own a piece of hip hop.
All right, we back.
Royalty in hip hop history if you bid on this auction of Biggie's Crown. Can you hear us? Can you hear me?
No, yeah, no, we back. I'm back.
Yeah, so I was just talking about how Biggie's Crown's on auction. Do you know how much it's for right now?
Let's see.
Or what it started at?
When I first heard the story, because it started out with when I heard that the Crown was going for auction. I don't know if it was already on sale yet because it was. It looked like when the story consisted of like a store, like it was about a lot of other things going on auction as well, and it's like memorabilia throughout like hip hop history. So, but right now though, I don't know if it's going on sale if someone has bought it yet, but its estimated value is between 200 and 300K for the Crown.
That's lit.
Yeah. And this is another side tangent as well. Because since we're talking about Biggie, it's hard to talk about Biggie without talking about Pac. It looks like Pac's love letters are also for auction as well. His love letters, and those look like, according to BBC.
Yeah.
Those letters are estimated between 60 and 80K. Pop's love letters. That's crazy. Like,
that is crazy.
Like, it's just, it's kid you not, this old piece of paper from the 90s. So we're on like 90s quality paper. Like,
it's the history though, man.
It is. That's the saying. It's the history, the preservation of the history. Like, this man's thoughts and ideas on a piece of paper, yo. Just goes to show. Priceless piece. What? Priceless pieces of history.
Memorabilia
is going on sale. I was just gonna see why we bring this up is one. I was like, that's interesting that his crown is for sale. It's actually even signed. I think it believe so on the inside. Shit. Wow, it's dated 3/6/97. Whoo. History. Would you cop? And not only if you would cop or not. How much? Let's say you had a black card. How much money would you bid for Biggie's crown if you would cop? First, yes or no? Second, if yes, how far would you go?
That's tough. I would only do that if I owned like or if I was starting like a museum or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like, there's people with money that's just like, I'm a huge Biggie fan and I have lots of money, or it's just like, and just to own that piece of history.
If I had bread like that where I could sneeze a couple 100,000.
I'm telling you, you don't even, let's say you don't even.
I think the max I'd go is like 450.
450.
Yeah, the max. I'd try to get it for low as I can, but the max I'd go is like 450. I'm not spending a $500,000 on.
You essentially are though. I think you're just say $500,000. When I said 450, man, at least okay. You said 450. It's not like you try to say 495, 499, 99, $4,999, $900. Yeah.
Yeah. That's as far as I'd want to go. 450.
450.
What about you?
I guess I would say $500,000. I would just be I think just on it is the $500,000 mark. I'll say I'm gonna be on the $500,000.
You know what it is though? If I'm spending that kind of money without the intention of putting it in a museum, I'm wearing that every day.
You're wearing it every day?
For a $500,000, bro. I'm every outfit, bro.
You're wearing the crown. You're a nuthead. Yeah, I'd be like,
maybe not right away. I might be at the crib, put on the crown real quick.
Going IG live. What's good? See, me was good, y'all. King Tax out here. Boo.
I'm like, it's hard being the king out here, cuz.
Fucking passing law in parliament and shit on niggas, you feel me? Shit.
I'm telling you.
I think like for me it would be, because it's part of it is just like, all right, I would if it was personal, yeah, I would just be wearing the crown on the crib or just whatever. But then if I had like intentions for the crown and the history, I guess I would just start. I think I'll just have it like in the studio or something. Like having the studio room, post it up, or just make your own personal hip hop collection.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong. When I'm not wearing it, it's gonna be on a pillow in a glass case. But like, we're not gonna get all crazy with it. I'm not gonna go play flag football on a crown or nothing. But
like some SpongeBob episode, that shit would be like crown on a. Hold on, man. No, to your point, exactly. It's gonna be like behind some glass, posted up, propped up somewhere. For those who, I'm not trying to have this thing just like straight touched on by any peasant that walks in my home or You know, like, oh, is that Tupac? No, is that Biggie's crown? Yo, can I touch it? I'm like, no,
Nah.
you heathen, like you peasant, like the fuck.
And I'm having armed guards. Niggas just standing there.
Yo, one homie just standing by. Yo, yeah, you forced it there. I'd be like, you do got a point, but damn, homie's job is literally to post up by this crown in the glass. He said, protect that with your life.
Facts. I'm not playing with these niggas. Spent good money on that shit.
Let me see. Let me look to see. I'm looking at this article. You know, good old BBC. Let me see if there's anybody who's looking to bid on it. I'm surprised there's nobody. You know, anybody from Bad Boys, the label. You know.
Yeah, Puff should buy it.
Huh?
Puff should buy it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I thought Puff had. You would expect Puff had it, but you know, now that makes sense. Oh shit! Technical difficulties there. Sorry about that, folks. Mike just.
While you're looking at that, really quick, get some more hip hop news.
Yeah, keep it pushing.
Big Sean has the #1 album of this past week, selling. I think it's 119,000 album sales. Meanwhile, our good friend 6ix9ine was projected to do 150, and this looks like he's going to do about 39,000. This just goes to show trolling ain't working, bro.
Even 35K. I saw projection was like.
Oh, so 35. It might be even worse.
Yeah, it might even. I've seen some projections. Yeah, I've seen projections where I even put it even lower than 39. Joe Budden, and that was recently. Joe Budden was like came out and said I guess 6ix9ine hit him up for an interview, and he was just like no, like he just said yeah, he was just nope.
Yeah, he's blackballed. Like, you know, he tried to reach out to Gilly the Kid's podcast, a couple other people. Nobody wants to deal with him. And it is
but Akon does, or for doing music.
Yeah.
It's very weird. It's like certain artists are, so it's like media platforms. People with media platforms that they have a following and an audience. No one wants to give them the time of day, but people will still do music with them.
Yeah, like the media, especially like urban media, because you can't really go to anybody else. Like,
yeah,
you know, they're not really dealing with them so much. But
and that's where his audience is really. He needs like Joe's type of platform because that's where you can find hip hop art, like hip hop fans, like people that you know that would listen to him. What you said? No Jumper. You try to go No Jumper too. Same thing.
Yeah. But, you know the funny thing is, it's like Adam 22 interviewed his baby mama and won't interview him.
Wait, say that one more time for me and the people listening. You're telling me, wow. Okay. Yeah, that's how you know someone is falling on hard times. In terms of pushing their content. Because like what are his options then? Because if this album flops.
I don't think he could do anything. Like what can you really do?
Because
he put himself in his hole. Bro, he's been trolling the whole time. You know what I mean? He snitched. And, like, his music, I don't think it's been hitting like that.
Nah.
He's not connected with his fan base, bro. He just keeps trying to troll niggas, and it's not working. People aren't giving him the attention that, like, he wants.
It's hard to say, even nowadays, who are his fan base? Like, how would you identify a Tekashi 6ix9ine fan?
Yeah, like, I'll go out to say that, like, I liked some of his music before, and, like, while the song with Nicki was all right, like, you know, he's just...
I can't say I heard it like that, though. I'm just not connected to mainstream music, like, super hard like that, so...
You know what it is, though? He's blackballed by, like, urban media and, like, you know, the exact people that, like, he needs to support him, he's blackballed. And, like, other media outlets, like the white people and stuff like that, they don't care enough about him to help push him.
Like, because they don't see what benefit.
Yeah, they don't see a benefit to him. He basically turned his back on the people that were like uplifting him. You know what I mean?
Facts. And I think, this is probably just a lesson. This is a short lesson here.
He had his short-lived run, but I mean, I don't see him coming back from it.
So even for a strong start that he had earlier on this year, in terms of once he got out, and then he dropped. Look, I'm blanking out on the track as we speak. That's how. Goomba. So then you have Goomba.
Yeah, Gooba.
Yeah, Gooba. He started off with that. Started off mad strong with that. And then since then, he's dropped.
I think he dropped like Punani, some other stuff. Either way, he ain't been doing good. He's just falling off, man. He's trying to troll for attention, and it's just not. He's doing too much trolling and not enough like promotion of his own stuff. Like
Cardi B and all right. I'll say this, right? So look at what I was saying. So like the media outlets are not trying to push him.
Right.
There's artists that are willing to work with him, like who will like you said, you had Nicki, and he was able to take that song to the billboards, number one on the billboards. But again, I don't even want to get into the whole what does it mean to be on the billboards, like off of what Joe said, like on his podcast, like billboards and lists and stuff like that. They don't really mean anything. So basically what I'm trying to say is it a shift? Is there a shift going on in terms of just what is it that people want to see? Like what worked for him, like last year, right? There's a lot of the stuff that got him big over his career, like last year, with all the shit going on with like his case, and shit like that. Even while that was going on, like he was still getting attention from everywhere and everyone and shit like that. But coming into this year, after getting out, after getting locked up, and he's still doing kind of more or less the same antics. Like, but now this year being drastically different.
Bro, niggas, we're just tired of this nigga, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter that we're in a pandemic. Like, he's still moving around, but he has like mad security with him and stuff. Like, we just grown tired of it. He's not entertaining anymore.
I think there is I think how long, like, people want different things, yo. I think people don't care.
Like, nothing about him has changed.
Yeah.
Like, nothing at all has changed about him. He just came out and he got all that attention where he explained why he snitched or whatever. And then like people got the explanation they wanted and they didn't care. Like if he would have not said anything until he dropped the album, then like he could have been like, yo, I'm talking about it all on this album, blah, blah, blah. And then he could have, gotten better album sales, but he opened his mouth too soon. Niggas don't care anymore.
And things he did, like even as his recent actions, like it was in LA a few weeks ago. He went to the Nipsey mural.
Yeah, and like that rubbed people the wrong way.
Yep. So what's left for him to do? What's left for Tekashi? Can he change his image? Can he rebrand his image?
It's too late.
Probably too late. Because he's already labeled as a snitch. He's already labeled as, and even when he goes on record and because one thing was with Akon, I don't remember, because it was Akon's interview on DJ Vlad. I'll give that context. Akon's interview on DJ Vlad, he was going to plan to do a Locked Up 2, and he was like all for it. Yeah, he was like, oh, working with Tekashi, like, yeah, he was like all for it. And like his reasoning is like, yo, when you're in that type of business, like it's hard, like, yo, you can't justify, or people like it's hard to, when people outside looking in, you know, Akon was saying like a lot of like outside looking in when you're in that type of business with people, because Akon's like, I've been like, I can say for a fact, like that's where I was before music, was in the, you know, more so the type of business you can't, yeah, you know, the shady business you don't talk about obviously on air, or maybe you rap about, but you got to be careful because you get indicted, that shit. So he was just like, I understand that. Like, so I could see why, like, he's like, I could work with a snitch because he's like, oh, he didn't snitch on me. He's just like, and this other stuff. That's like, you know, there's like his business, and like, you know, Akon sounded like he was making a good point, or he at least was like, okay, you're making some type of concrete points, but
Yeah, I don't care if the nigga didn't snitch on me personally. It's the principle, like,
right, like,
you know,
it just
just
sounded
like,
still shaky. Like, it's like, you're not convincing me, because it sounds like you haven't even convinced yourself.
yeah, I mean, like, Akon's a civilian now, but even still, it's like, bro, who's to say he won't snitch on you for some nut shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not sold, bro. Like, it's, I don't see him coming back from it. If he does do some major change and stuff, and then I feel like snitching is one of those things where it's just like, nah, like, you just don't come back from, which is crazy. Because if you look at the Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion thing, like, I think Tory can, like, I think people are more willing to accept Tory after that than they are willing to accept 6ix9ine from this whole thing. Damn, I look mad pale.
Yeah, you
with
do.
the light coming in from my
the
that's
window.
crazy. Yeah, I look mad pale. I was like, damn. I'm like, I'm not that light.
Vampire out there, dog. Oh, I know you're changing ethnicities on camera. Like, that was crazy. I'm like, whoa.
But that's the reality of the situation. Like, as sad as it sounds, like, they're more willing to accept. People are more willing to accept Tory back after this Megan thing than they would be of 6ix9ine snitching.
That's so crazy to me. Like, I get it. Like, you know, both of them, obviously, they're like not in the right now with the music, and, you know, with their fan base, or just the public, and in wherever, however you would define the public. Let's say in the music industry, just to say hip hop, rap, like, but yet the fact is, Tory, like, physically, like, there's like physical altercations that was involved, and I guess Tekashi, you could say this. Yo, damn, this mic. Sorry, y'all, but for Tekashi, you could say a lot of things too, but like, Tory shot somebody. Like, he shot, like, Tekashi snitched. He was like, yo, I ain't having this, but Tory shot somebody. Like, Tory pulled the trigger. Tory pulled the trigger, and the fact is, if we're more accepting of him back than Tekashi. Shoot, we need to do some. I think, yeah.
Let me clarify in saying that I'm not, per se.
I say we as the industry.
I think like, culturally, we're more likely to accept Tory back than Tekashi, and the reason why I say that,
Chris Brown needs to reflect.
Chris Brown's situation happened, and while we didn't completely forget, like, you know, he's still gone on to have some success after that. R. Kelly. People are still hard pressed to let go of R. Kelly and cancel him completely.
No, people say I still listen to music. I still listen to him. People I've read from Black people.
Bro, if he wasn't locked up, he'd still be doing shows. I mean, granted, far from the pandemic.
But who goes? But who would see? Oh man, that's a crazy.
Bro, my man was like, you know, actively having these allegations and surviving R. Kelly, all that stuff, and he was still packing out shows. Maybe not like stadiums, but still, like,
that's
so, like, you know, I mean, that's a whole different conversation when it comes to like hip hop and, like, just, you know, urban, you know, how women are, you know, kind of viewed and treated throughout that. But either way, like, Tekashi ain't coming back.
Mm-hmm. And I know that there's even the whole Meg Thee Stallion thing with Tory. That's another a whole other issue there too. But again, Tekashi ain't coming back.
Oh, that's a thick ass scallion, boy.
That's a stallion. No,
he
my
said
hand.
scallion by accident. Oh, that's a thick ass scallion, boy.
I should hear this stallion.
Get that scallion on there, baby girl. Some of that scallion.
Either way, aired out. That's wild. Either way, food. Anyways, what am I saying?
Really.
Pause.
Damn.
Yeah. Wow. Hold on.
You can hear me? Yep. Oh no. All right. It looks like Zan's experiencing a little technical difficulties right now, so we'll end this episode there. Next week we'll come back with some more stuff. We want to talk a little bit about Big Sean's album a bit more, and then also, Nas's King's Disease. Make sure you guys follow and subscribe to the channel. Follow us on Spotify, FloorSeats Media everywhere on social media, and we will be back soon next week with more topics. We are working on getting Twitch going, so if you guys are fans of Defend It, we do have some nice things in the works for you guys. We'll keep you guys updated soon. But for now, you guys be safe. I'm going to see what's going on with Zan. And we'll see you guys next week. You guys be safe out there.